Good morning, class. Today we're going to go over 5.10 factoring using GCF. I talked about this before. How this section you're going to basically take apart the binomial or the monomial, the trinomial, and you're going to it's going to look like your answer is going to look like a question. Okay, you're going to I want to point out that the GCF of the polynomial is likely to be a monomial. And what you're simply going to do is you're going to find the GCF and then break it down and make sure you're able to distribute your factor back so it's all divisible and adds up all equally. Okay, and what I mean by that is, let's just say we'll go ahead and work with the problem right now. So let's just say we have 12. Okay, let's just say we have 12 t to the 6th power minus c t cubed. Okay, we know, so we're going to attack this first. Okay, these two right here, and 12 and 6. The GCF between 12 and 6 is going to be 6. Yes, 2 and 3 are factors, but the greatest factor is 6. So we're going to take 6, and how we're going to do that is like this. We do parentheses. Okay, the 6 will be outside, right? And then what makes 12 from 6? Well, if you multiply it by 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay. They both have factors of t, so they have the same variable. They have different exponents, but they have the same variable. So you want to include the t in the outside of the equation. Okay. So then what we're going to do is you're going to count how many t's here, how many t's there. Okay. For this answer to be 12t and you have 1t, you have to put a minimum of 1t and 5t for it to get to 6. Okay, but we don't need to do all that necessarily. We can go ahead and just simply put 3, otherwise known as cubed. Okay, and then what we can do to the 2 is we can factor it out to make it 2 cubed. So when we distribute this part, okay, we have an answer of 6 times 2 is 12. T times t cubed times 2q, 3 plus 3 will equal 6. So we know our answer is going to work with this one right here. Okay. The next step is to attack this one. Okay. We already have 6. We already have a t. We already have a cube. So therefore, all we need to do is multiply it by itself. So we can simply just put over 1. Because when we distribute this one, our answer will be 6t cubed. Okay. And I'll show you what it will look like if we were to distribute. Okay. Boom. So we would have, okay, distribute to this one, and we would have negative 6t cubed. Okay. Let's go over another one together. Let's go with the trinomial. Okay. Let's go with number 4 on try these. So you would have 6x squared y squared minus 9x y cubed plus 12 square y. Okay, so we have no like terms here. However, we do have the same variables. Okay, so we can work with that. First, we have to find the GCF for 6, 9, and 12. Okay, So the GCF for 6, 9, and 12, we all know they're a multiple of a factor of 3. And that is probably the highest we can go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and break it down all by 3. Okay, so if we're going to say it's going to be 3, that's perfectly fine. Because now we all have an X, and they all have Y. So let's start there. Let me space this out a little bit. Let me space this out so we have room to draw with everything we need, so it's clear. Okay, so when we want to do this first one, all right, 3 times 6, well, you got to have 2. Okay, 3 times 2, that equals 6. All right, we have an X. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to look at all 3 of them. Okay, so there's 2 X's here, there's 1 X here, there's 2 X's here. So you at least want to have 1 X. Okay, so we will go ahead and just break it down, and we will simply just put here X. Because when we multiply X times X, you're adding the X's, that will give you X squared. All right, you have XY squared, you have a Y, so you just bring one more. And then we multiply the Y times the Y, that will give you Y squared. Okay. Next problem, next one is 9XY cubed. The 3 divided by 3, you know it's going to be 9. It's going to be a negative. Okay, so carry that. 3 times 3 is 9. Perfect. All right, for this one, it has just 1 X. So you do not need to add another X because it already has an X. All right, it has a Y. It has 3 Y's. So therefore, you have 1, 2, and you have to add 1 more by adding a square. So when you distribute, you will have Y times Y squared, which is 1, 2, 3. Will give you 3Y. And last but not least, we have the 12. Okay, factor of 12, we have 4. 3 times 4 is 12. It has an X and has a Y. Okay, so we have 1 Y though. So we do not need to add a Y here because there's only 1 Y there. Therefore, we only have to bring in an X because it's only a square. If this was a cubed, you would have to put 2 to go X times 2, X times X squared. Okay. If we were to go ahead and distribute to every single one, okay, if we were to go ahead and just distribute to every single one, all right, we will get an answer of 3 times 2 is 6, X plus X, Y plus Y. Okay, 3 times negative 3, which is negative 9, X, Y plus Y squared, which will equal Y cubed, and 3 times positive 4 will equal 12. X plus X will give you X squared, and you have the Y, so you're going to bring the Y with you. Okay? This is what you do for this section. You're going to just going to break up the whole entire problem, and you will more or less have a monomial. Okay? So your answer should be in parentheses. For homework, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do numbers 11 through 36 all. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to submit a video more in depth and more detailed. It might help you out a little further. If you have any questions, though, please message me.